In a quiet riverside village in northern England, an unlikely friendship has blossomed between a retired schoolteacher and a swan he once saved. What began as a fleeting act of compassion has now become a cherished bond, admired not only by the two companions, but by the entire community around them. It was a bleak autumn morning when Thomas Whitaker, 68, set out for his usual walk along the riverbank. Widowed and known among neighbors for his calm and gentle manner, he found solace in these solitary strolls. On that day, however, his routine took a remarkable turn. Caught in the wooden slats of a fence, a swan was thrashing helplessly, its long neck bent awkwardly and its wings flapping in panic. It was terrified, Thomas recalled, but I spoke softly, trying to calm it down. Slowly, it stopped struggling, as if it knew I was there to help. Ignoring the mud and the risk of injury, he climbed over the fence, pried the slats apart, and freed the frightened bird. Instead of taking flight, the swan collapsed at his feet, trembling and exhausted. Concerned, Thomas removed his coat, wrapped the bird gently, and carried it home. In his modest back garden, he fashioned a makeshift sanctuary, a sheltered space with fresh straw and a small pond of water. He fed the bird, watched over it, and whispered to it as though speaking to an old friend. Over the following days, he nursed it back to strength. When the time came, Thomas expected the swan to spread its wings and return to the river, but it did not. "I thought it would leave once it was well," he said with a smile, "but it chose to stay." He named the swan Elliot. From that moment, they became inseparable. Each morning, Elliot waits patiently at Thomas's door, ready to accompany him on his daily walks. The sight of the tall white bird walking beside the retired teacher soon became a familiar scene, bringing smiles to villagers and passers-by alike. Children run to greet Elliot, delighted by its calm and friendly nature, while older residents find comfort in the pair's quiet companionship. At community gatherings, Elliot is often present, an unusual yet welcome guest that has become a symbol of joy and togetherness. For Thomas, the bond goes beyond novelty. He's not a pet, he insists. He's family. "After losing my wife, I never thought I would find companionship like this again. But Elliot filled that emptiness in a way I could never have imagined." The story spread quickly on social media, accompanied by photographs of the gentle swan nestled at Thomas's side or gliding along the river as he walks nearby. Messages of admiration poured in from across the country, many noting how rare such a connection is between humans and wild animals. Experts agree. Swans are highly territorial creatures, said Dr. Helen Fraser, a wildlife behaviorist. For one to remain voluntarily with a human and to show trust in this way is extraordinary. It speaks to the depth of care and gentleness shown by Mr. Whitaker. What began as an act of mercy has grown into something much larger, a friendship that reminds people, in an increasingly divided world, of the quiet power of kindness. For Thomas and Elliot, it is simply life together, morning walks, gentle routines, and an unspoken understanding. But for those who witness it, their story has become a living parable of hope. Sometimes, Thomas reflected, stroking the bird's feathers as Elliot nestled close, love comes back to you in the most unexpected forms.